Oman's place to live and to work is one of the nicest places in BP.
Beautiful scenery, very, very nice, friendly people.
It should be the country that introduces the world to the beauties of the Middle East.
It was an extremely great opportunity for me, and I knew it was going to make my wife very happy.
It was beyond my expectations.
It's a great opportunity to come and work on a cutting-edge project. The Middle East region for BP is really 3 countries where we are active: Abu Dhabi, Jordan and Oman. Of the 3, Oman is the biggest growth engine.
This is one of the great prospects for the future of BP.
Muscat is where the office is, but the actual work site is in the desert, which is about 400 kilometers away. Our technical staff rotate in and out of Muscat to the field. If you walk into the BP office, it's like any other BP office anywhere else in the world.
I work in a multinational team with people who have plenty of experience and of varied background.
We've got a great office, great people, especially the Omani people over here are great.
It's a bit more personable than I'm used to in the West.
Very friendly, kind of almost family-like actually in the office.
People tend to, brush the entire Middle East with the same kind of view. But what surprises you when you come here is how peaceful and safe this place is.
They very much respect your values, your religion, and the way you want to live your life.
Very, very friendly, very open people, very helpful people.
Oman culture is pretty open compared to the really strict Islamic cultures in other countries.
Women are very well respected. I've never felt any problems with culture at all.
I think Oman is one of those places that is very free.
Women should dress conservatively in terms of the length of their skirts or the length of their shorts and whether or not their shoulders are covered. But other than that, it's a very easy and accepting culture.
No matter where they travel in Muscat, it's always safe and secure, and the wife and kids feel that way as well, so it's extremely safe.
It's probably a much safer place to live than Houston or London. It's not the busiest place in the world, it's not a big city, but it has most of the amenities that you'd need as an expat family working here.
The temperature gets a little bit hotter in the summer, but it's really only for about 4 months during the year, and the rest of the year is very habitable and you can have outdoor activities.
So it's a nice place for developing hobbies. That's what I find a lot of people do. They start painting or they start attending dance classes.
I did a scuba diving course, I took a few kite surfing lessons and been out on a 31-foot pleasure boat with a couple of friends.
Whether you're an outdoor person, indoor person, it's all there for you. We have a new golf course. I started golf lessons.
Oman is very, very great for its scenery.
Most weekends we'll just get in the car and drive all over the country, and there's some fascinating different things to see.
You can go hiking in the mountains, you can go rock climbing, you can go paddling through wadis, you can go sailing, you can go snorkeling, you can go scuba diving, you can ride camels, you can go dune bashing, you can be busy every weekend.
There's a very wide range of restaurants in Muscat. There's a large Indian community here, so there's lots of very good Indian restaurants.
You're fast food junkies, you've got the McDonald's and the Pizza Huts and the Kentucky Fried Chicken. If you're into a bit of culture, we have found everything from Chinese food, Indian food, Thai food, sushi, to a number of different Arab cuisines, as well as quite a bit of Western cuisines.
Nightlife here is on the slower side. So for single people, it might be not as attractive as it might be for families.
The number of places to go out to for like exciting nights out is quite small.
If you want a nightlife, you can always go to Dubai, which is a 4-hour drive, so it's a great weekend getaway.
Many of our staff have found they can take a long weekend, just a short flight away to the Maldives, to India, to East Africa. And obviously the whole of the Middle East is on the doorstep with all the culture in the region.
Grocery shopping in Oman is absolutely glorious. The fruits and vegetables are amazing. They're from all over the world. It's even better than when I used to get back home in Anchorage.
They have a number of stores that cater to what you're used to both in the US and the UK.
Zara, the Next, H&M, so a lot of the global brands you will find here.
Well, the cost of living in Oman is pretty comparable to other places I've been. Some things are a little higher, but then other things are a lot less expensive.
If you sit there and try to convert everything you buy, you'll drive yourself crazy, but ultimately it's fairly on par. When you go to the grocery store and you look at your monthly bills and you calculate them out, they're going to end up being pretty much a wash.
For a family with kids to move, it's very safe, schools are great.
The main schools are the British School Muscat, the BSM, which runs a British curriculum, the TASEM, the American School Muscat, which is a typical American college here, and then there's the ABA, the American British Academy, which runs the International Baccalaureate system.
I go to TASEM.
Well, my daughters go to the American International School. They actually have professors and teachers come in from the US, so they are very well in touch with how the American system over there is.
It's a lovely school, they adjusted very, very quickly. The teachers are great, the way the school is, it's great, facilities are really good.
The facilities are beautiful.
They get everybody involved. It's good, you make good friends through school.
One difference here is that the schools start early and finish early, so they can start at 7:30 in the morning and finish by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It can be a bit of a problem if you've got 2 working partners.
The advantage is that we don't really have to take the kids to school, because from a very early age they will pick them up at your house and drop them off after school.
My son is almost 18 years old. He's been in the American school, it's called the American International School of Muscat, for 4.5 years.
While it does teach the American curriculum, it has this whole blend of international flavor that really makes it unique, and you can't compare the experience you would get at that high school to, say, your average local high school in the States or in the UK.
BP doesn't have any staff compounds. All our staff live out in the community. There are probably 4 or 5 particular areas where our staff tend to be concentrated, all of which are within probably 15-20 minutes drive of the office. Commuting is very simple here. Traffic isn't very busy, and everything is fairly close by. There's a very high standard of accommodation, from apartments to villas.
We selected to live in the Wave. It's a master plan community. Houses are a little bit more modern. There are restaurants, there's a coffee shop, there's a golf course. It's 3 blocks away to the beach.
It is a little further out than some places, so if you don't mind the drive, it's great.
Where I live in Kurram is very central, so you've got the beach road right next door, and you're pretty much in the middle of the city. So all access to all the restaurants and all the shopping malls, very close by.
This was the second home we looked at. We fell in love with it immediately. It's a large home. We feel very comfortable, and we've got plenty of storage space and rooms for our hobbies. There's a grocery store that I can walk to. It's only 2 minutes away.
Compared with a single person living in London, it's a very comfortable life. Got plenty of space for entertaining. The beach is about 1 minute away. In the early mornings I often go out and run as the sun's coming up, which is a pretty priceless way to start the day.
Almost all of the Omanis in the Muscat area speak beautiful, impeccable English. So I unfortunately know only about 10 phrases in Arabic. And I will practice those, and they will kindly laugh and say, "That's very nice," and then speak to me in English.
It's useful to pick up a bit of Arabic just for courtesy, but there's no language issue to be intimidated by.
We have a relationship with the Muscat Private Hospital, which is a big new international hospital. For emergencies, there's also the state hospitals of excellent quality.
The minute you get in there, they are tending to your attention within a few minutes, and they have all the facilities that you'd probably need for normal care.
It's absolutely on par with what we receive in terms of medical in the US.
I have a friend who had her baby here. She knew that this was a good place, and she actually had to have a C-section and had no problems whatsoever.
The clinic that I go to looks extremely modern, and it's actually is cleaner than some of the American hospitals I've been to.
I guess I'd sum up the opportunity in Oman as a very interesting project for staff to come and be part of, which feels like it's making a real difference to the country in Oman, is important for the nation.
It's good to be part of it, and I look forward to being part of it for the next couple of years.
For anybody in the oil industry, a stint in the Middle East should always be an exciting opportunity.
Any expats that we've met that have come in, most of them don't want to leave.
We've had a great time. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
It's going to be an experience that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives.